This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub. Welcome back. Bad Karma Wrestling in the building. No Gimmicks Nick Johnston. To my right, we got
David Double D Dykstra.
that's right. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Coming off an all-in extravaganza. We got tons of wrestling coming up over just the course of these next 2 weeks. Every single show has something. So it's going to be absolutely crazy to get through that. But like I said, we're going to go ahead, deep dive recap all in from beginning to end, and then we'll go ahead and finish off the day with some WWE news as well as our preview of Bash in Berlin. Does that sound good to you, David?
Bash it.
Yeah, I know. Berlin. Okay. So let's wake up because we had a fantastic pay-per-view from AEW. All right, this is their big one. This is their big one from Wembley. All in. From top to bottom, we're going to go ahead and dive into each match. Not the 0 hour in particular, but just we'll chop it in half and then we'll go from there.
Not as big as last year's All In, though.
No, definitely not. They set up for about 56,000 people and like 53 showed up. So I think that's pretty solid. But of course, compared to 80,000 last year, that's
what made you scale back there, boys?
I'm not quite
Maybe
sure.
the card wasn't as good as last year's.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's hard to do that when they gave you everything last year. It was absolutely insane. But still pretty solid all around this year. So let's go ahead and deep dive. Let's go ahead and dive into this one.
Do it.
Alrighty. 0 hour, not really too much to get into there. Matches were subpar, but the big talk of the town is Jamie Hayter making her return. Of course, it was the comparison to. Well, everyone thought it was Becky Lynch out there, if you see with the red hair down below, but it is Jamie
Becky
Hayter.
Lynch?
It was not Becky Lynch.
Damn it!
Yeah. Most likely still enjoying her time with her children and maybe a little bit of Seth Rollins on the side, but Jamie Hayter makes a return, defeating Saraya, if I'm not mistaken.
It wasn't even a match. It was just.
It
was Saraya going out there going, "How dare you? I'm the queen of wrestling. This is my home country. This show's gonna stop."
Okay. Then that's my mistake. I thought it was.
She brought out the whole Night Clan.
Yeah.
And her mom got her ass whipped.
I saw that. That was interesting to see.
For me, 0 hour, they were trying to get as many guys onto the show as they possibly could.
Yeah. With a 10-man tag and a 16-man tag, and then a
too many.
That's too many men.
Too many.
That's 26.
Too many.
That's far
guys
too many.
weren't able to hit their spots because there were so many people. There were a lot of missed spots because there were too many dudes in the ring. Even with the 10-man, too many guys.
Yeah.
Too many dudes.
It's that. I mean, just visually, like when you're actually there live and you have that many people on the apron, it's blocking your view from what you actually would see when you're sitting there. But again, just overall, I mean. Nothing really is gonna draw you in. Leo Rush, Kyle Fletcher. It's no one really all too crazy up in these
Satnam
matches.
Singh, Leo Rush was a good spot.
Oh, okay.
That was a team.
Yeah, that is interesting. And then do you like Satnam Singh being AAA Tag Team Champions with Jinder Mahal?
I don't know how I feel about Jinder Mahal in anything.
Don't hinder Jinder. Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will hinder Jinder all I want.
No, do not hinder.
Stop.
Anything?
Modern day Mahar.
Willow Nightingale and Ishii defeats Statlander and Stokely.
That was awesome.
Yeah. It's just fun to see.
The fact that Stokely got a spot is amazing, and he pulled it off beautifully.
Oh yeah, he never seems to miss, and then follows it up online. He goes something about Danielson hasn't been the same since I got in the ring or something like that.
The spine buster was perfectly
done.
Yeah. People forget Stokely used to be a wrestler.
Yeah, just a little bit.
He can do all the moves.
He can go a little bit. Not.
Ishii's the man.
Oh yeah, 100%. Glad to see he was on
and
the card.
all you have to do is watch Dynamite from last Wednesday and realize Ishii's that guy.
Oh yeah. Moving on to the main card, the actual start of the show, we had the London ladder match between the House of Black, House of Black, the Bullet Club Gold, the Patriarchy and Wheeler Yuta, Pac, and Claudio Castagnoli, the new BCC. I believe that's what they're trying to brand it as. And sure enough, the new BCC gets it. Pac, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio are your new Trios Tag Champions. We were on the side of, should have been House of Black, kind of needed to be House of Black, but I think you made the point that you're not going to put a title on a guy that, not really too certain of his contract negotiations. So this is a safer route.
Malachi's the only dude that I know of
that's holding out, or not holding out.
That hasn't re-signed
Yeah.
from that group. And I don't know if he's going to.
Yeah, I know. It's tough to say. As much as I would love to, sit there and be hopeful in that sense, like, yeah, maybe he'll stick around. It might not be the case. Yeah, no.
And I think if he goes back to WWE, Triple H will use him and use him right.
I would hope so. Yeah, I would really.
That was one of Triple H's dudes in NXT,
it was.
So I would assume that that's a thing.
Yeah.
Or he's going to go down either over to Japan or go to Mexico and kill it.
Just to see him like rise from the floor like his old entrance, that would get a huge pop if you get that back in WWE.
To me, yeah, it looks like it's the new BCC where they're replacing Moxley, which I'm sure we'll get to later, whatever the hell that is. But I like Pac as an addition to that, though.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan of Pac, and then of
we
course,
can't do anything with the Lucha Brothers anymore.
Yeah, that's basically all done for. So I mean,
whoops.
Oh well.
Did you find it underwhelming?
The match,
yeah.
Overall, it felt like
not enough spot.
Yeah, I felt like they were playing it safe because they were kind of doing that.
Why were the belts so goddamn low?
Yeah. The belts were low. They had that giant ladder that ended up hitting one of them. I thought that was going to unloosen one.
What I'm saying is, like, that giant ladder's to be brought out to get you use the other ladders to try and reach.
Yeah.
But then the big ladder is for the taking of downage.
The only thing that went through my brain was, well, you had a couple tables in there, so that set up for that. But maybe there was just like an equipment shortage going from USA to over to London. Maybe they just.
I don't know, but it just seemed to me that there weren't enough impactful spots for a ladder match.
Yeah, no. There was. I think just from my brain, I can kind of remember the sleeper hold from both ends, and they both fall through the table. Yeah, but Nick Wayne had a couple good spots. I thought
Nick Wayne did all right.
Yeah.
Can't get over his "I want to smack you in the face."
Nah, that's growing. That'll get there. That gets the job done for sure. Oh, and then of course the hope, or there was that almost that chance of Killswitch Luchasaurus turning on the Patriarchy, finally turning on Christian Cage, but did not happen. And
what's
then of course
the point
we see it
when the guy that you would go and tag team with is already a heel?
That's true too. Yeah.
Like if that's right, I'm saying it. Jungle Boy. What are you gonna do, Jack Perry? Nada.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Nada. I'll say this. Yeah, does it torque me off? Because they've done it, I don't know how many times now. Oh, Luchasaurus is leaving the Patriarch. No, he's not. He comes back, and we'll get into that.
Yeah. Next up, Mariah May and Toni Storm. Mariah May, your new AEW Women's World Champion. I know you were most likely very upset, but I thought this match was phenomenal. I mean,
it was a solid match. The backstory and everything leading up to it was phenomenal. The match itself could have been a little bit more.
I thought
but it was solid.
Yeah, I was looking at ratings and people talking online. It was mixed, but I thought it was great. I thought
she's still a little, and I don't know if it's the conversion from the Japanese style to the American style. But Toni should be able to do that because she knows Japanese style as well. So stop panning to the audience to see what Mina's doing. No one cares. No one cares unless she's the next challenger for the title.
That's true. Yeah, she was. I mean, there. Of course, it's a part of the storyline, but you're right in the sense that
she disappeared for a month.
Yeah, exactly.
And then came back. Oh, how do you feel about that? Oh, I don't know. No one cares.
It's tough. It's tough when it's inconsistent like that to try and establish that later on. Like, why are we getting her reaction? If you were a casual or just checking in on pay-per-views and you saw that, you'd be like, why are you going to her? What does this have to do with anything? But yeah, I thought again overall, I like the match.
I'd give that a solid score.
Yeah. Luther getting in there, getting involved, I thought that was cool. And then just walking off as Toni Storm had lost. She was still doing her.
Here's the thing for me. Where does this character go now?
Yeah, that'll be tough. I think they're gonna continue with Britt and Monet. Should maybe get us a trip.
I'm just talking as far as Toni Storm character.
Yeah.
I don't care about who she goes up against. No matter what, it'll be fantastic because Toni Storm's that woman right now.
Yeah.
I want to see where's the character development from here.
Could you go the route of like when an actor falls off of is done with their movie stuff, and then she kind of like in the breeze, like just in between,
like Teen Star.
Yeah, almost kind of like that. And
Teen Star down in the dumps.
Exactly. I hope she sticks with the
ramen.
I hope she sticks with like the black and white, the old old style of it.
For sure.
But maybe she's like just short of like wearing a barrel with suspenders on or something like that.
Oh no, I get what you're talking about.
Yeah. Next up, we had Hook and Jericho for the FTW champion under FTW rules for the world rules until Hook had won it. Hook, your new FTW champion. This was kind of luckily enough I didn't watch it live, so I was able to skip Fozzie's performance.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
Didn't even know it was a Fozzie song.
Yeah, that was them.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm sure the lower third graphic probably popped up, but on the bass drum is like, oh, it says Fozzie. Okay, this is them. All right, for sure.
I mean, I think Fozzie's a phenomenal rock band. They've been around for
like 20 years for sure.
Almost 30 years now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've put out some bangers lately. Yeah. They have. Legitimately, Judas was number one on the charts for a while. So, give them credit where credit's due. I mean, if you have a number one hit, you're a successful rock band.
Oh, 100%.
So that being said, do I need it as an entrance? No, not unless it's Judas.
No, but that was just another okay. I wasn't gonna watch it, but if it's just to add on the character again and like, oh, I was able to play at Wembley. I sold out Wembley, guys. Yeah, just more
adding to that resume, aren't you, Chris?
Yes, absolutely.
Adding to that resume.
That's what you do here. That's exactly what we do.
I'm glad he dropped it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It was getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah. And now two wins in Wembley for Hook. Interesting.
I don't know if we're going to talk about it because we're really deep diving. Well, you got it at the end here, but we can talk about it right now. I like Hook's next opponent a lot for All Out.
Who's that supposed to be?
Roderick.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Turn it into more of a technical thing instead of the all-out brawl stuff. Those two going, they both have cardio. That could be a 30-minute match easy and wouldn't be boring, I don't think.
No, Roger Strong, of course, very underrated. I feel like.
By the way, can we please get rid of the United Kingdom or
the Undisputed Kingdom?
Undisputed Kingdom stuff.
Yeah, as much as I like me some Matt Taven, I mean,
I love Matt Taven. I have a personal love for the other guy, Michael Bennett.
We do this every time.
I know. I do have some personal love for Michael Bennett. He is married to one of the sweetest ladies I've ever met in my entire life, and I met her before she was a professional wrestler.
Nice.
Maria Kanellis is not just a very nice and loving person and gives back. She still lives in Ottawa.
Yeah, that's cool.
Has her own shop there. Great woman. Michael Bennett's very lucky to have her as a wife. 1, 2, really cool chick. So what's up, Maria? I don't know. I don't know if you remember me or not. We sat beside each other at some company softball games. I came and picked up your boyfriend at the time a couple times for work. Yeah, so
There we
there you
go. Finishing off here in this first half, we had the Young Bucks, FTR, and the Acclaimed for the three-way dance for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Young Bucks getting out there and retaining. The big story afterward was FTR was attacked by grizzled young veterans, and most likely that's going to be the matchup for All Out, or just at least upcoming for Dynamite.
Is it bad of me to say I don't know how I feel about the grizzled young veterans?
No, not exactly, because at least in my case, I'm not super exposed to them. I didn't watch a ton of them when they were on NXT.
They were
I'm not, yeah, I mean, I know
they were
they're
great in NXT UK.
Yeah.
They were great when they went to NXT.
I know of the potential. I just can't sit here and say, like, oh, that's a must-have, that's a need. But I'm sure, again, I know they're a good tag team.
They're a very strong tag team. Are they at the level of an FTR, of a Young Bucks, of even the Acclaim? I would put them on the same level as the Acclaimed.
Yeah, I mean, they need something to build off of for sure. And
They need 5-6 star matches with some of the guys that they're going to probably.
And they can have it with with FTR, and I know that there's still potential right there. It's just a matter of
I'm wondering if this was an FTR call, because to me the match was not good.
Yeah, I mean overall, yeah.
When you think FTR, Young Bucks, Acclaimed, you think okay, possibility of a banger. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, felt a little flat. The first half, other than really Mariah May and Tony Storm, kind of felt.
It was a
lax.
slow burn.
Yeah.
It was an absolute slow burn. And I don't know if Tony did that on purpose. I was like, we were halfway through.
I feel like he did. It's the pay-per-view. You can see the build in pay-per-views, at least these past like 4 or 5 with AEW, where the beginning is exactly that. It's very slow. If you're into that, if you're really into that individually, you're gonna love that match. But that second half just goes, and it's unbelievable, that second half. And that's what it seems to be with every single AEW pay-per-view, as you know, at least the past couple. I think a shout out to our guy Thomas from the Dogs. I mean, he goes, Collision, Dynamite, not the best every single time, but damn, TK is Mr. Pay-per-view. He knows how to put them together.
I think he knows. I think he has his finger pretty well on the pulse of what the AEW fans are looking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's going to give the people that deserve the time to go out there and produce.
Yeah.
So, or cut some time and say deal with it.
Yeah. Well, when we return, we have that second half of All In to get to. Maybe a couple of new people, new All Elite members also showing up there on that side of things. So when we return, more Bad Karma Wrestling, more All In match match review when we return.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
All right, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
Wear your best attitude. Feel the power. Run towards your goals. Make each footprint count. Believe in yourself. Mark the difference. Just do it.
Celsius, the fastest growing energy drink in America. 0 sugar, low calories, and 200 milligrams of caffeine. Celsius is the ideal drink for anyone who wants to get the most out of their day. With 4 distinct flavors: orange, kiwi guava, wild berry, white peach, Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities has proven to accelerate your metabolism, burn body fat, and provide essential energy. Celsius. Live fit. The official drink of Chad Podcast.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
And you're back in, because we're talking all in right here on BKW Bad Karma Wrestling. No gimmicks, Nick Johnston. Double D.
BK Dub, BK Dub,
BK
BK
Dub.
Dub.
BK Dub. Yes, we'll get that going. Continuing in with the all-in recap, we got the Casino Gauntlet. Let me see if I can get all the participants right here.
Okay, can I just take a moment?
Sure.
The hell, Tony Khan?
What?
The hell?
What's going on now?
Christian Cage?
Ah,
Really?
yeah.
Come on! Come on!
Well, here's what happens.
Idiot.
Every time Christian
Moron.
Cage...
No!
Every
You
time,
don't get to defend Christian Cage.
Every time Christian Cage gets a world championship match and then goes on and then main events the pay-per-view, there's some big return or some big surprise guest that AEW gets. So I'm never exactly exactly that. You got Danielson and Adam Cole the one time before, and then after that with Sting.
I'm saying he's coming back.
I think it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Now here's the question:
between him or Omega, I mean,
when he comes back, I need to see Danielson Omega one more time before
Yes.
Danielson rides off into the sunset.
Yes, 1,000 times.
One
yes.
more. Does he drop it at Wrestle? Okay. Speculations.
Okay.
Speculations.
For sure.
But that being said, still, man.
So this made up for a lot of the early stuff. in my
I mean, the
mind.
gauntlet match was
Yeah,
fire.
I mean,
it was amazing.
Starts off with Orange Cassidy and Okada, and then immediately the opening spot is the hug, and then again, Okada is on a new level of he just looks like he's having so much fun. He's having so much fun out there with this new heel type role, which he's never really had other than the serious heel.
Well, not just that. Yeah, I don't think New Japan would get this.
No,
and I don't know if they. I really do think they frown upon abusive language.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure. So
well, no, because New Japan they let the they
that's
they
true.
let them swear. They let them go.
Tamatanga.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Tamatanga.
Yeah. Let's see the participants, and this was so much fun again. Cassidy, Okada, Nigel McGuinness gets a humongous pop.
I popped for Nigel McGuinness. Are you kidding me?
Who else? I mean, how could you not?
Arguably the greatest Ring of Honor champion of all time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Arguably.
And then him and Dan. It's so cool. I mean, however long
that has to happen. If McGuinness is for real, coming back, Danielson McGuinness needs to happen because it was something that ROH wanted forever.
And even just the idea that even in the year 2024 that Danielson and Nigel McGuinness, they might not be facing each other, but the fact that they're on the same card together, it's pretty cool. It's interesting to see that. He gets and then also the idea, his career revived because of the kiss from Mariah May earlier that night. Did you see? That's what everyone ran wild with, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
So wrong.
Nigel McGuinness, Okada, Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly enters later on. Zack Sabre Jr. didn't see that coming. Honestly, I think we were trying to list off of potential surprises.
Good for Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Just winning the G1 Climax tournament, which, for anyone who knows, Gaijin or white guys very rarely win that tournament.
Yeah.
Very rarely. 2, dude, the sequences that him and McGuinness were going through.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Unbelievable. It was so much. Again, that in my mind, it made up for a lot of whatever 0 Hour did or made me offended me. That made up for it right there. Everything else, it was just sugar on top of that. Zack Sabre Jr., Roderick Strong coming in, Mark Briscoe as well. Hangman gets a huge pop as well. Jeff Jarrett, the My World, it got a big pop. Of course, Jeff Jarrett's performance was lack thereof, but still pretty cool. Ricochet was the big reveal. that again, everyone and their mother knew, but it was still pretty cool. But I love the internet wins every single time. The R pops up on the screen, and then he says, in an alternate universe, it doesn't say Ricochet, it says Ryback. So, I thought that was, again, pretty good. But no, excuse me, Ricochet gets in, has a couple spots, just, he feels like
Somebody's not handcuffed anymore.
Exactly. I think he finally feels like he's free to a certain sense to just do exactly what he wants to do in the ring, present himself how he wants to in the ring.
Did you watch him and Fletcher go?
I honestly missed Dynamite. I've been having to catch highlights. I know.
Go back and watch that match,
That's
bro.
the only thing I need to do.
Fletcher and him were insanely good.
And again, just another guy flying under the radar because they haven't done a ton with him just yet. But Kyle Fletcher has all the makings to be a star.
Something good, something special.
Yeah, 100%. I wish it could also be with his tag partner with Aussie Open, but he's getting the short end of the stick. I don't think we're gonna get.
I don't know if
Aussie Open
I don't.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if he comes back.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's.
And if they do,
it's a shame. It's a shame.
If they do, they better get a run immediately at those tag belts.
Oh, 100%. Finally, finishing off, it's Christian Cage and Luchasaurus are the final two participants. And yeah, sure enough, Kill Switch. It has him as Luchasaurus.
Kill Switch. Sorry,
has him as Luchasaurus.
Sorry.
I think he officially made the change.
No,
they didn't give it back to him.
They said, "Here comes Luchasaurus," and Christian Cage, no, and he comes out, choke slams. I forget who got the pin. Who he pinned, but.
Yeah, probably Strong or something like that, or yeah.
It might have been Strong, and they picks him up, puts him on his shoulders. Oh, never mind. Guess it's Kill Switch.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, like I said, Jeff Jarrett. I think Jeff Jarrett was honestly the shocking, huge pop. Just the music. Again, I know he's not putting out the best hits anymore, but
Nigel's was.
Yeah, Nigel for sure.
Nigel McGuinness is that dude. And I gained more respect for him for being a color dude now that he went through all that. I was like, oh, okay. I get it now.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Next up, I mean, this was just short of phenomenal. I mean, Will Ospreay, MJF for the American title. As it was then, Will Ospreay defeats MJF, and then he changes it back to the international title. I mean, we can sit here for an hour and a half and tell you how great this match was. I mean,
can we talk about the fact that he the flag,
yes.
Just the flag at the beginning.
The flag,
you hear the pop, and all of a sudden the flag drops. I'm like, oh hell no!
Coming out like Uncle Sam with the hat.
You know what that was?
What?
That was homage to Rocky IV.
Yeah, is that okay?
It was homage to Rocky IV in all its glory.
Okay. All right, that's absolutely. I mean, that adds.
It would have been better.
It's hilarious.
Living in America, come on.
That was good. I mean, Tony already had to pay for the final countdown, so I'm sure that took a chunk out of it already.
Yeah,
but
he's starting to back off of those songs, huh?
Yeah, that's okay. No,
I'm okay with it. Yeah. I'm just saying. Spent a little too much money on him there, Tony. Did you?
That's okay. I mean, he has a never-ending supply.
No,
of
you're
money,
right.
Basically.
Phenomenal match. Unbelievably well done. Story well told.
I like the idea that, again, well,
let me ask you this.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Thoughts on the distraction by Daniel Garcia?
I thought it was well deserved because this is what everyone kind of mulls over, the idea that outside interference is overdone all the time. MJF cheats every single win, so it was good that to get his comeuppance, to get back at him. He didn't have his Dynamite Diamond ring, or it had been stolen.
But no, don't put that in quotes.
Oh, it was legitimately stolen. Oh wow. Oh man, those redcoats took it.
It legitimately got ganked, I think.
Oh, that's terrible.
But they threw it into the storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
so, I mean, just to add to it.
Wednesday night, Daniel Garcia goes, you can see the episode of Pawn Stars when I walk in there and pawn it for tickets to get to Wembley.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I was like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this makes sense where with the times like, oh, there'll just be outside interference or this, that. It made sense that it was an interference, that there was some sort of distraction because MJF does that every single time. He broke Daniel Garcia's neck, so Daniel Garcia coming out, making this the next step for MJF. There'll be a little blood feud there, right there. So I mean, it adds to it. So
it's a match it all out, baby.
Yeah. So MJF dropping it to Will Ospreay. Ospreay not touching the American title, goes back and immediately brings out the international title. Again, another
Christopher
humongous
Daniels
spot.
brings out the
Yes. You're right on that one.
and had trouble getting it.
That's all right.
Come on, CD. You had one job, man.
He's got one eye right now. I don't know. Okay, his eye might be fixed, but for the longest time he had like some. Yeah. But I mean, again, I could sit here all day and tell you how great this match was. I loved it. Loved every single second of it. You saw every MJF spot. You saw every Will Ospreay spot back and forth all day long. If they're piling up of the times like, oh, what's one match you could show to anybody? Like, that's the one time you get to show. I would show them that. I would show them, or the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks any time out of the week. It's that type deal. So Will Ospreay just continues to
So
dominate.
let me preface that. Since you didn't get a chance to watch Dynamite, I'm going to kind of parlay myself into what happened on Dynamite after we talk about matches that had significant stuff happen on Dynamite. So, our boy Ricochet has a banger of a match with Kyle Fletcher. And then Ospreay's music hits. Out comes Ospreay. They're staring at each other. I'm like, dude, I'm going to have to buy a ticket if this match gets booked for All Out. I swear to God, don't do it. And as he's bringing the mic up, out comes Pac.
Yep.
Reverse Hurricane Rana.
I mean, sold it as if he broke his neck right there. That
And
was
then
great.
Cuts an unbelievably great promo.
Yes. I mean,
So I'm not mad at Pac versus Ospreay either.
I mean, that was already what was going to be set. Pac had said the week prior on Dynamite, he's like, yo, whoever wins between these two, I get you next. So that was kind of it was already set in stone. But that's looking great.
Keep building towards Ricochet Ospreay.
Yes,
Please.
I'm all for give us stuff right away, but I want that to be a big build, and I think that it will be. Let's see, a couple more right here. We got Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker for the TBS title. Mercedes Moné she retains said championship. No real shenanigans. I think her manager got kicked out and whatnot, but it was a couple spots, couple Eddie Guerrero spots that got me going. I thought that was pretty cool. The Three Amigos, of course, and then that's how Mercedes Moné's valet got dumped. The whole had the title. Or had a
Eddie
chair.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
It was the title.
Yeah, faked as if she hit her. Britt Baker's laughing on the ground. It was pretty good. That was probably what got the big
match.
spot out of me.
Wasn't anything to like.
No, it wasn't anything too crazy. Wasn't anything out of the ordinary. It's what we've got to. We said this before, where as long as Mercedes Moné has someone that can lead, it's going to be a great match. It's not going to be a match. It won't be a match that falls off the rails. How about that? I think that's fair to say, and I think Britt Baker did a fine job of calling it, going through it. The spots off the top rope were crazy. I mean, just being able to turn so fast in midair. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. So, give it to whoever you were rooting for. It still makes sense that Mercedes Moné walks off with the championship. This is setting up for a series of 3, most likely.
All right.
We got. Next up, for the TNT title in a coffin match, Jack Perry and Darby. The reports were that this match got cut for time a little bit, and it did definitely feel like that, especially for a coffin match. And
rushed.
And overall, just for a Darby match, at least in my mind. You felt like you give them at least like 25 minutes, especially, again, for this. But no, Jack Perry retains, puts him in the coffin. They're going to light him up on fire, and then out comes Sting.
Why? Why are you back?
Why is he back? You had a good idea off air of why he might be back.
I mean, the rumors are that they're, this is probably the lowest low for Darby.
Potentially.
So why not have Sting come out, take him, and then build him back up where he starts winning all the time, starts beating everybody, and then at Wrestle
Dream,
he faces
Bryan Danielson, yeah.
Yeah, God damn it, every time.
In Tacoma, Washington. They're both from Washington. That's both, I don't think that's their hometowns necessarily.
I don't think you get a bad taste in your mouth in the home state of both of them if he drops the title to Darby there.
Yeah. Again, I think I said it last week. I'm not a huge fan because the title is bigger than Darby, but it still would make sense. I can live through it as long as it's not a year-long reign for Darby, and I think they're slowly getting away from that where as long
as there's a Rocky motif of Sting training Darby.
That could be in the works.
You gotta eat lightning and crap thunder.
It'll be like a goth version of it. Did the Crow work out? Was there a
Bro, I'm telling you right now. Speaking of the Crow, went and saw it last Friday. Wasn't horrible.
Okay. All right.
Wasn't horrible.
This day and age with movies and sequels and remakes, if I hear that, that's not
Second best Crow I've seen.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, there's two.
A little more character based? No, there's
a couple sequels.
5 of them now.
Yeah.
But this is the best since the original.
Cool.
It doesn't touch the original, but nothing ever will.
No, definitely.
But anyway.
Tangent. So Jack Perry retains, and then of course going on, he will face Bryan Danielson. Looks like it all out. We'll definitely.
Why?
We'll touch upon All Out next week when we
Why?
get there. Gotta sit on that one there, Jim.
Why?
But to finish off, we have the main event, the final countdown. Danielson and Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and Bryan Danielson is your new AEW World Champion. It made for a great story, a good feel good story right in front of all those people in Wembley.
I have an issue, though.
Sure. Go
and
ahead.
I'm going to be real honest and real truthful with this. As a guy who has kids, I don't know if I put them in that situation because it could traumatize those kids very badly.
Yeah.
Especially with him bleeding like that.
Yeah.
Like, to me, having Bree out there, total sense. Makes total sense. But to have the 2 kids there, especially with the age. Now, the daughter, I can understand because he probably.
She's been a part of the storyline.
Well, not
to a
only
certain
that,
extent.
not only that, but she's old enough that Daddy could explain, hey, he didn't really hurt me. I'm not really hurt. This is just for drama purposes, things like that.
Yeah.
His son's maybe 5.
Yeah.
I don't know even if you explained it to him well enough that he would get it.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
tough,
my
yeah.
only issue with
Yeah.
it, just from a parent standpoint.
Yeah.
It did build the drama, though. It did, your heart felt for those kids because their dad was getting bloody.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to sit here and try and defend that. I will say it's not the worst case of that. Obviously, we've seen the other child wrestling.
AJ Styles?
Yeah, we've seen other instances be maybe even worse.
Daddy,
maybe even
you're bleeding.
We can go as far as the Sandman's kid turning on him and.
See, but that was all scripted, and the kid was all about it, man.
Yeah,
I watched the Dark Side of the Ring thing.
I don't know.
He's like, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was having fun.
Yeah. It's just some dirtbag kids. That's what we like.
Hey, Dominic, your dad might be Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, that too. Hey,
that one was weird.
You're Eddie's kid.
Yeah, you look back on that one, and you're like, meh.
I mean, yeah. When we were doing the preparation for SummerSlam that a couple of weeks ago, I watched them. Like they were really just straight up saying this is Eddie's kid, which is he doesn't. Not even close.
Look at him now.
Yeah,
he looks exactly like Eddie from back in the day when
close.
Eddie was wrestling down in AAA.
It's close.
Same gear, same mustache, same mullet.
What I did enjoy from again getting on being a part of Danielson and the kids, not only does he stomp Danielson's face right in front of his children, yells at them, Swerve does, and then 2 seconds later you see Prince Nana just dancing right in front of their faces. It was just adding insult to injury.
See, there's
Literally.
where, like, if the kids weren't there, I would have loved to seen Bree grab Prince Nana.
Yeah,
And just like, what?
that could have been good. That could have been good.
Although she's probably more worried about her sister right now.
Yeah, that's a little. Yeah. But Danielson wins the AEW World Championship. Of course.
You can sit here and talk about it all day. This is a 10-star.
Yes.
Like from start to finish, probably one of the most technically sound matches I've watched in years. No spot was missed. No move was missed.
Now that you say that, yeah, I did not notice the slightest hiccup. I mean, they were on their A game.
Well, and here's the thing, like they're both from Washington as well, so I wonder how much those two have worked together in the past.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, for me, it was seamless. Seamless.
I always point to Joey Styles. He says it's appropriate that that they wrestle on canvas, so these two artists can go ahead and show their
paint.
show exactly.
Yeah, just paint.
I mean, go out there and perform, and they absolutely did. I mean, again, it's just one of those things where, again, I think I said it just earlier. You need one match. You can only show them one. This was you got two on here that you could do.
Oh
that
yeah,
for.
without a doubt.
I mean, again,
Osprey, MJF, Danielson, Swerve.
Yeah,
I would put Danielson, Swerve up above it.
Yeah, for the sake of the story and everything that's going on. Yeah,
Just the pure technical wrestling that happened in that.
Oh yeah,
was
ridiculous. The swerve, the no sell of the knee and then getting right in. Or I mean, come on. We see that now every now and again with the rebuild, but it felt different. It definitely felt different. Just I don't know. That's just how it was for me. Overall, I mean,
3 kill shots.
Yes.
Like you're just like, oh, he killed him.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Absolutely. Overall, I mean, like I said,
wrestling's real.
Yeah. Overall, first half slow.
It was a slow burn.
Slow. Second half made up for it.
Casino Gauntlet lit it on fire, and it was a bonfire moving forward.
Yeah. And I don't want to sit there and say, like, hey, you can show up halfway through AEW.
You had to throw another log on after the Perry match, but
yes,
it got there.
Yeah, 100%. Grades or just a pass fail, I'd give it a solid B, if not an A.
I'd give it a B plus.
Yeah.
I think the greatness outshined the
Yeah, and even
I think Tony this is Tony trying to do New Japan though. This is Tony trying to be New Japan.
How so?
Because New Japan does that crap all the time in their shows before the big shows. Oh, let's get all the participants from the big show and do 6-man or 8-man tags or 10-man tags with all these guys that are going to be facing each other. No, keep it to form an 8-man tag at the most.
Yeah. It gets absurd.
And stop putting Dustin Rhodes over.
I'll leave off with this too. Maybe everyone was going crazy because both Brian Cage and Sammy Guevara were both wearing Wolverine gear. To those that are really truly freaking out about that, I think the popular saying is "Go touch grass." Go do that. Please do that.
Eat grass.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, eat grass. That might even be better. It'll help out your dietary. Maybe take care of the.
You won't be so constipated.
It gets that's what my dog does whenever she's not feeling too well. Yeah, just exactly. Yeah, it's a good palate cleanser, and overall this was kind of too. So it was good to get away from I don't know, maybe the lack or just the hate overall from AEW and just the online universe. But every time there's a pay-per-view, resets you and makes you know that like, hey, they're doing just fine.
In the real world, when we put the pay-per-view on, we'll flip you the bird.
Yeah, honestly. So
and to their credit, like flat, just flat. The build was flat. The promos were decent, but like the matches before the go home show was not good.
No.
So, and then they go and do this, and you're like, damn it.
You're like every time.
Damn it.
Yeah. Is there any other quick AEW news notes we got to get into from the weekend?
Ricochet has a new finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
It's not the
630.
Okay.
No, it's not even a swanton. It's an actual move.
Oh.
It's like a Nochi driver.
Oh, okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna get there.
Help us out. Ah.
I know it's okay. We'll get there. Maybe during the break I'll find it. Nochigiru driver. We're getting close.
It's right there.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, you said Mox is back. That was a underwhelming pop just because the crowd was very weh.
What? Okay, once again, you and Hangman been hanging out. I'm angry. I'm a different man. And then he pokes, of all people, Tony Schiavone, and it's just, this isn't your company anymore. The hell? And of all the women on the roster, you choose Mira Savino? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked bad apples. She looked cut.
Yeah, Tony. I thought that was funny too. The
Miki Nochu.
The memes. Yeah, there we go. You got there. Tony Schiavone. Too many Tonys. Tony Schiavone in there. He's like, yeah, you just realized now I'm not the owner of the company type deal. Like, that's not me. It's the wrong Tony.
I'm going to be interested
Again,
to
there's so
see
many.
is this their answer to the Wyatt 6, where he starts bringing in guys who haven't gotten time.
Okay.
Like
maybe.
Miro, Keith Lee.
That would be pretty cool, and it would not have to go the route of the mythical scary.
No, just
riddles.
straight badass wrestlers who can do their thing that haven't gotten anything out of AEW yet.
Yeah, that could be
Plain
the route.
and simple.
That could be the route. So again, AEW All In. Yeah, call us.
Pew pew.
There we go. All in the books, all out coming up. The 8th, I believe, September 8th. So not this weekend, but next weekend for sure, because this weekend is Bash in Berlin for WWE, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about next. Going to be previewing the card and a couple other WWE news and notes to get to. So more Bad Karma Wrestling, talking WWE when we return.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother. Hey, get those reports done? Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste, the second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
Welcome back. Bad Karma Wrestling. BK Dub.
BK Dub.
BK Dub.
Thanks for catching me in the middle of yawn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick Johnston, no gimmicks over here. Double D, David Dykstra to my right. Just got done with the All-In card and recap. A little bit of extra AEW news on the side as well. But now we got WWE Bash in Berlin to preview. But just a couple of things to get to before that. Some unfortunate news passing over the week. Rest in peace to Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious recently just passed away. I believe it was cancer.
Not sure what it was. I'm sure
check.
something like that. Will go down as one of the best big men to ever be in the industry. It was amazing to hear people talk about how good of a dude he was behind the scenes, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he was a sweetheart behind the scenes. So that was really cool.
Yeah, sorry. Just lost his battle with cancer. So
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Again,
That
very
sucks.
unfortunate. You have a favorite Sid Vicious moment?
Yeah, when Mean Gene was interviewing him and he didn't realize it was live and messed up the...
Oh, yeah. He goes, let me reset. He goes, we're live.
Oh!
It might not be a favorite match or moment, but our moment for sure is the Goldberg, him yelling for Goldberg in WCW when he crushed his car. It goes viral online. I think that's always my Goldberg, no, God, where are you?
He's got one of the more memorable wrestling injuries of all time.
Oh yeah, taking the oh my God.
He jumps off the second rope, comes down, and
his knee explodes.
No, it was his femur.
Oh, that's like the hardest bone to break, and sure enough, yeah.
Yeah. Couple other ones. I would say, he'll forever be known as the dude that got tanked by the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania. What was it? 4 or 5? 5? It was Hulk Hogan versus Sid Vicious. Papa Shango came out, and they were beating up on Hogan, and then all of a sudden the Warriors music hits, and out runs the Warrior. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to think of other ones that are really good. Him being Shawn Michaels' new heavy.
Oh, okay.
After Diesel left was pretty good.
I saw some, again, just going off memes. Just like, did he leave sometime because he wanted to go play softball? Was there some
That
sort
might
of?
have been, yeah.
I think there was some goofy
Professional softball.
Yeah, I think there was some goofy little thing like that from he took some time off or he didn't want to come back because he wanted to go play softball, which is, I mean, yeah, dude, do what you got to do, man. But overall, unfortunate. When another
3-time world heavyweight champion.
I believe so. Then a little time in ACW as well, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Paul brought him in.
Yeah. He likes the big guys too. Yeah, just unfortunate. R.I.P. to Sid Vicious right there. A couple other things before we get to it. We got a new Netflix documentary popping up. Pretty interesting considering Raw's going to be hopping over there sometime soon. Thank you. And we're not entirely sure if it's, we're going to get it all at once, but scheduled for 6 episodes, an hour each. September 25th will be a Vince McMahon tell-all documentary. From what I understand, the woman that isn't currently they're currently having
has nothing in there about her.
Did nothing about her. They was not interviewed. She wasn't even reached out to be interviewed. No one in her legal team was reached out to. So not entirely sure if
how's it fall? How's the fall then? Are you just going to tell us that he's no longer with the company? Blah 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 blah, because of legal issues. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. I trust me when I tell you this. The things that are going to come out in this documentary are going to be mind-boggling.
Oh, jeez.
Mind-boggling. I already know. Like, it's going to be like, what the hell? And you're going to see why Stephanie McMahon left when her dad came back.
Yeah.
You're going to see why TKO went, yeah, dude, you got to go.
I mean, I would kind of hope that if it is, one, or I don't know if it'll come out weekly, but if it does, I mean, we'll sit here and we'll break down every episode week by week.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you this right now. If it all comes out at once, I'm binge watching it in one day, and we can talk about it on the next Bad Karma Wrestling. If it comes out every week, we'll break down each episode like Hard Knocks.
All right, yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good to me. But yeah, again, pretty interesting. It'll be up there, obviously, and then when Raw is finished, eventually when Raw is on Netflix and you finish watching an episode of Raw, is that not going to be weird if it's like, oh, you like this, you might also like, hey, Vince McMahon, the monster. This guy used to run this company.
I love that they named it The Rise and Fall of Vince McMahon.
I believe
like
so,
that, which cracks me up because Vince did that to ECW.
Yep, and WCW.
Just to bury it. The rise and fall of ECW, the rise and fall of WCW. Oh, look, it's the rise and fall of Vince McMahon.
And then if you might know, the rise and fall of ECW is still the #1 sold DVD by WWE.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, the
DVD is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it is one of the best, and that it literally sparked the whole one night stand, and then eventually rebranding ECW, what wasn't the best, obviously.
They never rebranded ECW.
Yeah. There you have it. Last one right here before we get into the Berlin card. Jacob Fatu, he was stripped of the other half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. You see that he's in the boot. He's in his little.
Gotta love kayfabe.
Yeah.
That he's such a hard ass that he can do all this stuff in a boot.
He's still flying around though. That was the thing. He's still giving out super kicks with the boot on. I thought that was pretty interesting. So to sit there and say like, yeah,
ankle's not that bad now, is it, buddy?
Doesn't seem like it, or it's just the pure adrenaline. This guy's just a freak. So it's
you got that moment though. Him and Roman, Katal.
Yeah.
There's a couple other things I want to bring up to you.
Sure.
Rumors going around that the PC is moving to Vegas.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Wouldn't be mad at it.
No.
Make a reality show out of it because you follow around a couple of them superstars in Vegas.
Is there any reason why? Is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, they may.
I'm sure it could be
not
financial.
Confirmed or denied, and it may end up being that there may be one down in Florida and maybe one in LV.
Okay, just to have the West Coast and East Coast type deal,
Which would make sense.
Yes.
Like if you're grabbing people from the West Coast, it would be easier for them to come and train. Gives you the ability to hire a lot more former wrestlers that can teach well. Gives CM Punk another place that he can go.
Yeah, and go flirt with the NXT girls. But you see, I mean,
Stop it. He loves AJ.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But you got. I think that was basically it right there. I do like that idea. Getting on both sides of that thing. Yeah. For the. I guess the original, again, you'd be like, oh, don't take the Florida Performance Center. You got so many roots in Florida Championship Wrestling down there and whatnot. So I could see it would be good to have it open up.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, it would be good to keep a West Coast and an East Coast.
And then, do you want to quickly talk about the commentary?
Yeah, sure.
Getting all flippity floppity.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. What's your take on the new commentary little combination that they got going?
So, from what I understand, as of September 13th, Corey and Michael will be on SmackDown. So, it'll be Corey Graves, Michael Cole on SmackDown, and then Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore, right?
Yeah, Tessitore, I believe. Yeah,
Tessitore. I knew I was going to mess that up. Joe Tessitore on Raw, but once Raw goes to Netflix, it will be Cole and McAfee, and then Joe Tessitore, Corey, and Wade, which I don't mind that threesome there, because Wade Barrett and Corey can help Joe Tessitore in those early months of just wrapping his head around how to call professional wrestling.
Yeah. No, that seems about right. I'm not opposed to any of that.
Tilo asked me if I'd ever heard Tessitore call boxing, and I haven't. He says he's phenomenal at it. So if he's good at boxing, Mario
Ronaldo.
Yeah, was fantastic at all that stuff. Little over the top at times.
Oh wow! That was like his usual go-to. What?
I just love Mario.
Yeah,
I do. I was a huge fan, and it's sad that JBL had to ruin that for everybody.
Yeah, JBL, known scumbag. But let's go ahead.
Who now owns a part of AAA somehow.
Yeah, never did I see the time. Never did I see the day that would have been possible.
The man has made millions upon millions upon millions of dollars in the stock market. He's a brilliant financier. I will give him that.
If he sees buy the dip, I think that's what he probably did.
He's got stock in beer.
Oh, 100%. That a boy. Let's go ahead. Let's dive in on this Bash in Berlin card, shall we?
All 5 of them?
All 5 of them.
Way to treat Germany great there, WWE.
I mean, to be fair, they haven't given us anything great. They've kind of been a little... I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Listen, man. I think
I was just trying to.
I think Scotty's right. I think they're pouring more into the actual shows than they are the pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's what the news was, and that was the idea that they're not gonna overwhelm the WWE, the pay-per-view cards, the PLEs. They're gonna take maybe 1 or 2 potential PLE matches and throw them on SmackDown, throw them on Raw.
By the way, before we go and do this preview,
and just kind of. Yeah.
Can we give a gold medal to Chad Gable for selling the Sister Abigail better than anyone else?
Huh? Oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
that's a phenomenal sell.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's before. No. We'll get into Berlin after. We'll get excuse me. We'll get into Uncle Howdy after
Okay.
we do the Berlin card. So let's dive in. Bash in Berlin.
Do you want to whip through these? Because I don't think everybody's going to be super surprised.
I mean, yeah, no. This is kind of a. This is just a. I mean, we said at the beginning. This is a throwaway pay-per-view. I don't see anything.
Nope.
Nothing new changing. A couple of storylines sure will progress, but
unless they're going to bring in some European guys to surprise people, I don't see anything.
I see nothing. So yeah, we can kind of just blitz through this. Gunther, Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who are we thinking? Who are we leaning towards?
Gunther drops the title. No.
Yeah. In less than a calendar month, Gunther's going to drop the title.
Here's the speculation, though, and I'll give you the other side of it.
Yeah.
They really do want Randy to hold that title more than anyone else.
I understand that.
I'm talking cumulative, not. So does he drop it at home and then regain it at the next pay-per-view?
No, he shouldn't. He really shouldn't. And I know that Randy's kind of, his expiration date's ticking. It's getting closer, but
the man's had spinal fusion. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how long or how many more he's got left in there, but this is not the good time. This is not the time to take the title off of Gunther. I don't think Randy Orton really needs it and wants it. It shouldn't be the case. So Gunther should retain. That's the thought process there. We got Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens for the undisputed title. I mean, Cody walks out as the champion.
Does Cody turn heel?
Oh, no. No. This is our golden boy.
Does Cody cheat to win?
No.
No, I think it's going to be Kevin trying to figure out if he should throw some moves that would hurt Cody. And Cody's his friend. Would he pull off moves that would hurt his friend?
I don't know. I want to see a heel turn by Cody.
That would be interesting. WWE does not do the heel turns when these guys are selling merch. It's you don't bite your own ass. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Roman was selling out all the time, and he's the biggest heel they had for 3 years.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened there that my voice went really high, but that was weird.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
I don't see it happening, but I've heard like people say, wouldn't it be awesome?
It would be very out of character for
Cody.
Cody
throws all that distrust was thrown on KO, and Cody's the one that turns heel and does something shady.
Would he really turn? I mean, that would be my I'm not a big on Cody turned on AEW, but it would be really just like, what do you do? You instead of wanting to turn heel in AEW, you decided to go to the route of I'll fake retire, and then 2 months later he was just gone, and then now all of a sudden he's gonna be like, yeah, I can turn heel now. I'll be like, really, bro? Really? That would be my only thing there with that.
Just saying.
I think Cody walks out there.
Putting it out there.
I think he walks out as the champion.
The match for the wristband.
For a bracelet that my 6-year-old niece can make from the toy that they get at Target. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Why? I got nothing, dude. I really have nothing at this point for Punky. This idea
Punk's gonna win because they need to have.
Yeah, they need it to be even, but this
going
idea,
into Bad Blood, because everybody has talked about already that Bad Blood is Hell in the Cell, McIntyre
and Punk. Yeah,
Punk, so Punk can blow up both his triceps.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not. I had little interest in this at all. I mean, truly. CM Punk, this, that. I don't care. Literally, he's an old man. They like that he went live when he was underneath the ring.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But
that was old school right there, ladies and gentlemen.
In my mind, yeah, a little bit.
See, but if it had really been old school, there'd been a sack of poo right beside him that somebody put underneath there just to get him, just to rib him.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. But then again, in my mind, also kind of just you're kind of just exposing a little bit. I know it's the kayfabe's entirely dead, but still exposing the business. Yeah, I mean, McIntyre. Punk will win. I think I have McIntyre should win just because I don't care. But yeah, Punk will probably end up winning.
You
It'll
just
be
want
1-1.
McIntyre to win so he keeps doing his tweeties.
Yeah, the tweets are the best. That's probably the best thing going right now is Drew McIntyre's online presence. Next up, mixed tag match: Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley taking on Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. This continuing on from
Is
the
it
Judgment
sad that
Day.
this is the most exciting match in the whole card for me?
No. I mean, I'm kind of on the same boat as you. This is the of the 5 storylines of the 5 matches that are currently happening. This currently has the most juice. This is the most intrigue, if anything at all. Fighting between the Judgment Day. I'm sure there'll be some shenanigans between who's involved.
Shenanigans.
Yes. But ultimately, I think Liv and Dominic come out on top on this.
There's going to be something shady that goes down.
Yeah.
If they win, it's something shady. Can we just talk?
Because I think it's too quick for Rhea. As much as I want, eventually they're going to go that route of Damian and Rhea, just slowly drifting away from the Judgment Day drama. It's just too quick for that to them to just cold turkey rip them away from it.
Teacher.
Sure.
I got a suggestion for
Go for it.
WWE. Listen, just going to put it out there. Just going to say it. You have intercontinental triple threat matches coming up, right?
And I think there's still one more, yeah.
And I think a Judgment Day guy's in one of them, right?
Yeah, is it that?
Dom.
Oh, Dom. Okay, Dom is in there. Okay.
I'm just going to put this out there. How cool would it be if Rhea Ripley took out Dom and then was in the match and qualified? Look at me. You want a legitimate female to go after a men's title? Rhea Ripley's your chick.
I see the route maybe in AEW. WWE's not doing that.
They did it with China.
That was the 90s. It was different. It was the 90s. Different time.
And Rhea Ripley's a way better wrestler than China.
Oh yeah, no, I mean she knows timing. She knows where to play, where to be.
It would be intriguing.
It would be. It would be. I just don't
versus
think
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker would destroy her.
I would pay to watch.
That would be a 30-second squash.
I would pay to watch that match.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not.
This coming from the guy. How about Nia Jax? Should
Nia Jax should be the world heavyweight champion of the world. Undisputed.
These are the issues that
Cody and Nia, WrestleMania 42.
Oh dear Jesus, Mary Joseph.
Put it in there right now.
Somebody who can't wrestle versus somebody who can. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
That's not the point. The point is selling tickets. Putting asses in seats.
Rhea'd sell tickets.
Oh,
if
no,
she
I
went
know.
after a men's title, Rhea would sell tickets.
I'm not for that. I don't
You
know.
don't like the intergender tusslings?
It's not realistic.
So you didn't really?
Yes.
You obviously didn't watch Raw where she manhandled what's his name? The Judgment Day lackey.
Oh yeah, JD McDonough.
Absolutely
That
manhandled.
beta? Yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
But once again, you're gonna sit there.
It's not what anyone is really asking for or wanting. I don't think.
Let's start it now. Hashtag intergender. Hashtag intergender.
That's not the greatest hashtag you can make for this.
Intergender championship title.
No. I'm not.
Let's at least have a Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio.
In this day and age where there's already so much controversy about men being in women's competition and sport, I don't think this is the route for WWE.
Jade Cargill could go for it too.
Sure. Again, that's not drawing me. I don't think that's bringing it even in the casual.
You don't know your wrestling.
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's
Just saying,
see.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. Like I said, if Dom and Liv win, either route, either one, it could make sense. I'm not going to be too worried about. Not really going to be too worried about any one of these wins or losses. It'd be pretty crazy. Finally, Elbow Fire and Isla Dawn Isla Dawn, thank you. And then Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill for the women's tag titles. I think Alba Fire, and they'll probably retain. And then this will lead towards Jade Cargill splitting.
Who cares?
Thank you. That sounds about right.
The moment you put it on Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they were irrelevant again.
Yeah.
You've got to get actual tag teams that are like legit.
Yeah. That's really just WWE's downfall all across is like 3 legit tag teams in the whole company.
In the women's division, or
in the just in the whole company. There's like 4.
Well, by your speculation, one of them's about to break up. So
I think so. He's wearing all black. The New Day, they're changing something up. It is a new. It's gonna be
a dark day.
Yeah, I think so. It's either he's turning or they're all gonna turn. I mean, there's no way that there's gonna be.
And join Final Testament.
Yeah. I got 2 to finish off the day. Let's get into the Uncle Howdy stuff really quick. I'll let you start off. How did you feel the overall match, the whole presence of it?
Match was phenomenal.
Okay.
Listen, here's the thing. You're going to have to deal with for at least the first 3 to 6 months them paying homage to Bray.
Sure.
And the matches that he's had and the things that he's done. I don't mind the hey for Harper. That's great. At some point, though, it's going to have to become their own.
Yeah.
You can't rest on the lures.
That's for sure.
Of your brother. And that's what I'm worried about here. I like the homages. I like the things. Why are you tilting back in the corner? That was your brother's thing. I know you're paying homage. Great. You've done it. Move forward.
Yeah.
Find something that's your own, that you can do that's creepy as hell.
Because right now they feel like a cover band. They're doing all they're going.
He feels like a cover band. They don't.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
They don't.
For me, I didn't fear Bray Wyatt when he was the leader of the Wyatt family, but there was always a sense of like, all right, it's creepy. I get nothing from Uncle Howdy and how he looks, the long hair, the goofy looking mask with the poofy cheeks. Like it's not. Again, I'm not gonna sit here and say every kid they're gonna get a fear underneath their blanket and that they should. It's just it doesn't. It's not hitting. It simply is not hitting.
Here's what I would say to you.
Sure.
Every other person in that faction unmasks, and they're creepier when they unmask. Why would you not do that with Bo as well?
Yeah, that could be. Yeah,
because his vignettes have been on point. Those have been phenomenal, and I think it's the fact that you can't see his facial expressions is what's killing that aspect.
And that was probably the thing with Bray, and that's why he was able to get over so well. And then
the Fiend mask will never be touched again.
Yeah.
The Fiend mask was one of those things where it was so over the top, so extreme, and so like, what the hell? That no one will ever touch that again.
Yeah.
So I get what you're trying to do. But as we said, every single one of them unmasks.
Yeah.
So if it's your alter ego, at some point, unmask yourself for something a little more disturbing underneath.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get better face paint.
Like Loomis.
Yeah.
Even Gacy. Gacy looks like he hasn't slept in months. With the black circles under his eyes. And I'm like...
Again, it might be
Eric's just scary on his own.
Yeah.
He doesn't need anything.
The blonde wig, like go back, get the he's got like not dreads, but he got get him like a greasy head, put it all like I don't know, make it look like he's rough and I don't know. It looks cartoony to me. It's not hitting right now, and for me, just the whole idea, like the character, like you speak in riddles, that's all you do. You control the weather, like it doesn't do it for me anymore. Like I don't care. Simply, I do not.
I think for it to work, it needs to progress.
They also need to not go for mid-card guys, and I'm sure that's going to – I'm waiting on that. I'm not going to jump the gun and say, like, that's over with, but they need to go for someone that has had an impact. You can't just be like, oh, we're beating up Chad Gable. Well, Chad Gable hasn't even been, like, the IC champion for a year, so he's been out of the loop entirely.
Chad Gable's never held the IC title.
There you go. So
that being said,
the United States champion,
I think the reason they put him with Chad as a beginning is because they wanted to end Alpha Academy and move him into America. By the way, why not just call yourself American Males and bring Buff Bagwell back? Jesus Christ. American made, American made, American made. Son of a... That being said, I think the other reason that they brought him in with Chad is because they knew Chad would perform, and there wouldn't be this rust wearing off issue because Chad could carry it if there was.
Okay,
so
I could see that route.
Ease him in. Bo looks to be in great shape.
If the goal was to just, hey, at the end of the day, go up against Chad so it doesn't look bad in the ring, I could live with that.
I think that's
I can
what
live
it
with
was.
that, but for me, they need to go for somebody that it has is worth something.
Well, if you think about it,
And I'm not saying
the
go-
Wyatts
yeah.
didn't start off, boom, John Cena.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying okay, go from Chad Gable to Cody Rhodes tomorrow. I'm saying there needs to be something, and it should probably be Sami Zayn or
Do you know it'd be great?
Jey Uso or
Do you know it'd be great?
sure
Punk.
they went against Punk. Yeah, I guess.
Lies.
Yeah, that would get him.
Deceit. You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah, hypocrite.
They're talking about this in all their promos. You got to look at wrestlers that have been liars and deceitful in their careers. So
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero got off scot-free.
KO would be a good one. KO wouldn't let down.
That would be pretty good.
But then they wouldn't have they're flirting with that whole anti-heel thing. Anti-hero heel thing, which means that they could flip either way against anybody that they felt were unjust. So.
Okay. All right, yeah. It's been slow. I'm trying to let it get there. As soon as it does get there, I'll be like, all right, good, hopefully. So I'm still trying to be optimistic.
I agree with you about the mask, though.
Yeah.
Everybody else in that faction has taken their mask off and revealed
Themselves to what's left.
Let me be very real with you. The mask that Dexter Lumis wears, cool as hell. When he takes it off, he scares me.
Yeah.
Because he looks demented.
Yeah.
Do you think he doesn't want to take it off because he doesn't want people to believe?
No, I hope not. Yeah, Loomis looks like he would chase you at a carnival or something.
That's another great thing. Play into that.
Yeah.
Take the mask off. All I want to do is make you believe and tilt your head.
Yeah. Do something creepy
Let's
like that.
go.
That would, exactly.
Once
that
again,
gets me more
my name's David Dykstra. That's Nick Johnston.
We're right here, ready to roll.
WWE, you want us to write for you? We will. I'll start writing samples right now of things that could happen.
Yeah. That's about it. I got one quick thing. I mean, it's Gable Stevenson, cut by the Bills, former WWE guy. Yeah, that's all I got.
You suck as a wrestler. You suck as a human being.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So for everything there, I guess, Bad Karma Wrestling, another solid one in the books. Any other final thoughts before we head on out of here?
BK Dub.
BK Dub.
BK Dub.
Same time next week, most likely. Fridays.
I'll be here.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get going. Talking All Out, the preview for All Out, and a little bit anything else WWE wise when we get to it.
NXT does have a pay per view on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. I mean, again, jam packed this weekend.
And if you
with
say his
everything.
name, he will appear.
Oof. You got NXT. You got a plethora of AEW. You got
Joe Hendry.
Yeah. Yes. A ton of WWE coming up as well. The indies are popping also. So I mean, this right now.
You didn't keep that JPEG, Scotty? What the hell?
Nah, it's too late. We're signing off.
It's too late now, dude.
Yeah. Take care. We'll sign off. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bad Karma Wrestling, we're out.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.